darlings, Vanessa Montgomery from Astro All-Starz here. And we're going to talk about the imminent full moon with eclipse. It's a supermoon. It's the harvest moon in the northern hemisphere in Pisces. It is at 25 degrees Pisces, exactly opposite the sun, of course, at 25 degrees Virgo. So straight off the bat, we're dealing with the solar principle being in Earth, Virgo, the container, the practical one, the let's attend to right here, right now, necessary aspects of life. Opposite the moon, the emotional side of us, extra strong, extra intense as a supermoon, extra on top of the extra with an eclipse. And interestingly, it is conjunct its own ruler, Neptune, which is also in Pisces. Neptune ruling Pisces in modern astrology, at least. So this is a very powerful moon. The moon is most comfortable in the water signs, and this is a water sign. And it has two very positive, helpful aspects. It's sextile Pluto and it's sextile Uranus. All three outer planets, Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus, are retrograde. So that takes a couple of points away. Or you could say it means going back over things, a bit of reflection, a bit of tweaking. It's not all steam ahead, full steam ahead. Pisces with Neptune amplifying it is very emotional. It's very emotional. It's very sensitive. And, you know, the idea of lunatics and lunacy, people going a bit wild on the full moon, some often in a good way. The full moon is, you know, in the wild when we didn't have artificial light, our energy is amped to get out and about more. We can see at nighttime. So there's that, but people that aren't comfortable with their emotional side or haven't been, you know, continually processing and getting through things, it draws everything up, and that can be very confronting and hard to deal with if you don't have the emotional IQ, capacity, resources, training, acceptance of your emotions, etc. So that's one of the reasons I would say people go a little lunatic. Lunacy. So just note what comes up. It's a full moon. It reflects light onto your emotional terrain. Working the polarity, you know, Pisces is limitless and dissolves, especially with Neptune, which is the planet of dissolving, opposite the sign of containing and keeping things running, Virgo. So really look at that whole axis and look where 25 degrees Pisces and Virgo is in your chart. This is the area of your chart that is being activated by this opposition, which a full moon is always an opposition to the sun, and the themes of this polarity. Think about the archetypal themes and how they're showing up. If you want to learn more about planets and archetypes, you can read all about it in my book Astro Power, a simple guide to prediction and destiny for the modern mystic. And you can deep dive the signs. So these two are really complementary. Deep dive the signs in my book Cosmic Power, Ignite Your Light, a simple guide to sun signs for the modern mystic, by me, Vanessa Montgomery. And third, if you need to learn more about how to actually read your chart and ground those into your actual birth chart, Star Power. I got you covered with Star Power, a simple guide to astrology for the modern mystic. All three, just grab the set. I'm just going to say it. So Pisces, let's look into this. I actually don't look into it, feel into it. The moon is about our feelings, and Pisces is about expressing those feelings artistically, feeling into it. No boundaries, limitlessness, really exploring our capacity for all that we are. It's a great time to do meditation, visualization. Go find a guided visualization meditation. Don't well, I'll just say with a word of warning, it's sensitivity, right? This whole axis is about sensitivity, and Neptune dissolving boundaries and making us more porous to lift us, you know, so we can reach that higher realm and go beyond our ego and our sense of constructed self, or who we think we are, which is very important. That's our interface with the world, and if you break through that too quickly, you go crazy. Your marbles go all over the place. So it's really important not to diss the ego and the sense of I, but there's also an importance to hold that securely, the Virgo, and transcend so that you have this full spectrum of who you are, and you can open it up healthily and slowly. So the sensitivity, the porousness, toxins are a big no-no. Beware of drugs. Look at your methods of escapism, escaping those feelings, escaping this mundane, maybe constriction for some people. Find healthy, sustainable ways to find that spirituality, or tap into that liminal space, the higher mind. Get into a group where you're doing singing or crystal bowl, something to do with frequency that will take you into a beautiful space. Do yoga and then sense that space it opens up in you. It really gets you there. That is the best place. On the mat in the Shivasana, I think it's called the corpse pose. Great place to set intentions and just explore that realm. You'll be feeling so great. Highly advised. They do say in yoga though, don't go too crazy with the yoga either. It's kind of too much. So just be very gentle with it. Be around water, have a bath, go for a swim safely. And yeah, waves of emotion. I just did my first FAA promo interview. I'm hosting for our conference here in Australia in January with a Pisces, Babula, who is a wonderful astrologer and beautiful Pisces. So that's a word she said, you know, just really ride those waves that are incoming of emotion and feeling. And yeah, it can be really, you know, you want to get out of your skin and your skin can crawl, or you just want to expand. It can be a challenge for some people and other people not so much. So there's no one size fits all. It's just how this lands in your chart, how you already deal with these things. If you're very watery, this is very natural to you. If you have a lot of fire, it could feel a little threatening because fire is easily put out. So I don't want to say, you know, this is this or that, because it's different for everyone, but these are the general themes. What else can we say about it? Transcendence is a really, really, really big theme here. Arts, channel the muses, high art, because art as a vehicle to transcendence, that's the Neptunian sort of Pisces art. Go see a movie, anything where you let go of control. So sitting in a cinema where it just happens all around you. Watching TV, yeah, you can escape through that, but you still have control. So it's a little bit different. Note addictions that come up. Addictions, that is a big one with this combo. Illusion and glamour. So I've got my glamorous filter on here, recording this in TikTok, and over the period that Neptune has been in Pisces, which is a 14-year period, 2011-12, it switched in, and that's when we got the rise of all this surgery and going for this ideal glamorous beauty. Beauty standards have been harsh and sharp. We've got filters, so I don't even have to put makeup on, which I personally love. I've got a little bit on today. So, you know, sometimes I'll post things with no filter, and when I do these, it's always filtered. So this is Pisces, glamour and illusion, and watch the delusion. So I think about glamour. I actually write for Glamour magazine horoscopes. So I think that's really interesting with Neptune natally on my sun and Mars in Pisces. So watch for the illusion and the delusion. You know, in spirituality, people can get so lost. Neptune is compared to or described as a fog. The more you try to grasp it, because it is nebulousness, it is not materiality. You can ground it in ritual, which is the Virgo, but it is, you can't grasp it. And the more you try, the more it just, you can't. And so don't get lost in that fog. Find anchors and vehicles to take you through healthily. That's my big recommend here. So happy full moon. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to see what comes up for you. Does the eclipse express as a door closing or an ending or a sudden something, a new beginning? What's your urge that's giving you some insights? Happy full moon. This is Vanessa Montgomery.